So I turned some audio down, so if the game's too low, let me know. Otherwise, well, if it's actually too low still, then I will actually bump it up a notch. But for this episode, hey, Jordan, would you like to explain what happened really quickly? Yeah, I was recording in OBS, and I had no audio because my computer decided to not cooperate. So, as we quick play just to randomize things, Goizo Knight Errant character exclusive, but as the title of the video should clue you in, we're playing Mizuki! So Goizo Knight Errant, I think character specific, I'm just going to pick character specific, but we're not going to use ally attack. That's the big exclamation point of this playthrough. But that's not something I haven't done. You had to do it before ally attack because, well, you had no other choice as we actually get into Goizo Knight Errant character exclusive Mizuki. So we're going to be using weapon, no ally attack. I mean, if we get ally, sure. But if we also get fame, that's nice too. But this is basically like pre 1.0 Mizuki strength, knowledge, second encounter, charisma, light, and maybe a dexterity check. And the developer themselves said that they never wanted to add a charisma weapon, so our next best thing was a charisma action that does damage, which is very good. I think that was a good solution. The problem for me beforehand was not having anything to charisma served no benefit in battle. So yeah, I think we're gonna stick with hardware store just to play with it. And this did mean that I did another recording. All you need to know that it was good and bad. So, whew, so let's move on here. We have the inspiring novel. Did I even take the thing out of the thing? I tried. There's nothing, I guess. But either way, yeah, Mizuki with the weapon, not so good. I'll try to go over the two main points that I went over in my first recording, as we have Recluse, Ramen, Painting, Vigil, and Scissors. The first of which being, hey, if you can get a free weapon at all, that would be great, because that's what I tried to do. It's not the most consistent thing, but if you're on, say, Zektast, which came out on 1.0, and for whatever reason you're not going to do ally attack, you need a weapon, and preparing your general strategy is still going to be just as important, if not more, than the character you're using. We're going to go for the Cursed Scissors, by the way. So if I run into Dullness or Burning Man, if I get the Katana, if I get Footage, Bulletin, and I immediately get Roads Closed after my first mystery, and I have a bunch of out-of-town investigations, things like that, you have to use you know, your character will make a difference. I'm not going to say they're insignificant most of the time even, but even in honest, if we're to flip that around and say, where on the scale is Mizuki in terms of how good she is? Probably less than, like, if I had to put a characters on top and below each other, Mizuki would be bottom half. Unless my tier list says otherwise that I made a while ago, but I'm not going to force you to go back and watch that. I'm just saying I did, and if I contradict myself, well, I'm not going to say things change, because that would be a cop-out, but you know, I do have some opinions here and there, but this is specifically looking at Mizuki with the weapon instead of just using, or having the ability to use ally attack, which, again, depends actually. It still depends, I think. But so this is good for our stamina if I really want to do this. Otherwise, we could just run away. We're on Goizo, right? Yeah, we're on Goizo, so we probably just run away. We're losing experience, but we need the HP. And on Goizo, again, as a general rule, not even Mizuki specific, this is 20 experience either way. We rolled an 11, so it's not like anyone really cares. But I forgot what I was going to say. And I think that was actually both points put together. The first one being your general knowledge in World of War. The second point being where Mizuki is on, you know, if I were to put a character on top or beneath one another. Now, I do see why people... I do see, and I think I do mostly agree rather than disagree with the point that tier lists are subjective. They simply are, because you have to... The more details you put in, the more subjective it gets, if that makes any sense. And if it doesn't, well, I've tried to explain myself. But anywho, as we fight the Scissor Lady really quickly before I move on, this is we get extra bonus damage here. I should have actually popped the Inspiring Novel now that I think of it. And I don't think this takes effect in the thing. But let's do some science, just because. Nope, it does not. So, we're just going to take 3 stamina damage and reason damage in the face over and over and over, unless it does happen. No, it does not. I knew better than that. Some things, usually negative status effects, do not help you in favor in the same battle. Sorry, let me rephrase that as I'm autopiloting here. Usually negative effects that happen in the middle of a battle, like nicotine withdrawal or whatnot, happen in the same battle for whatever reason. But things like bonus damage that you can get, like if you use the Inspiring Novel here, smoking a pack of cigarettes usually doesn't affect you. So basically it's to your disadvantage to use things that are better for you before running into an enemy, because if you run into an enemy and smoke cigarettes or, you know, pop something that gives you mitigation or should make you faster, you don't get to. Same thing for leveling up and taking like Adrenaline, Fast Swimmer. Any other speed perk, yeah, it doesn't work out. I don't think this is guaranteed unless I do this, right? Because this is 4 damage and this is 8 damage guaranteed. Or 9 damage because I get bonus damage. But either way, I needed to throw it. Unless I wanted to gamble on 77%. We lost Beth as well, that's not good, but we'll deal. If we can get Fame, that will actually help out somewhat, but instead we get nothing, so, I mean, you know what? I'm actually going to reroll once here. And we're going to take Fame. Now we do need healing. Vigil, Painting, Ramen, Recluse. Welp. We can't take Recluse, we'll die immediately. We can't take Vigil, we'll die immediately. So I guess we're doing Ramen into a bunch of out-of-town, or mysteries where we don't have access to the town, because Recluse, you're technically in town, but you don't have any way out, so let's rest a few times. We're on Goizo, but I need to rest now, because otherwise Recluse is going to slap me in the face. So, with Recluse, though, we get to rest a little bit, but we still needed to rest. That's all I have to say. Otherwise, on the topic of Mizuki versus general knowledge, you are going to feel it. Mizuki has worse battle stats overall compared to a lot of characters, and characters that start off worse than Mizuki usually get bonuses. Toshiaki gets Doom, Ayaka gets to level up and destroy everything, and then Aiko is Aiko. So I did talk about those three. I definitely went on for like 3+ minutes on the topic of the top 3 characters because it was important. General knowledge does help, but if you're playing any of those 3 characters, well, Toshiaki, you have to know what you're doing, but Ayaka, slow burner, and Aiko is just overall cool. She has good stats overall, and then she has good perks overall. And then she has one of the top 3 probably personal items. She probably should have made a tier list on that for funsies, but you can't make a tier list for everything and be fun. For me, anyway. I'm not going to be the most interesting, but unless someone, you know, asks for it. Nice luck roll, by the way. But yeah, Aiko's plush toy, definitely one of the better ones. Mizuki's mirror here, I think she has mirror, the one that shows you what stats you roll. 1, it's bugged for more than a few occasions, and 2, it's technically a human error item, so hey, are we going to be okay for Recluse here? I just realized. That's right, we're on Knight Errant as well, so we're taking extra Doom, but 1, I need the Cursed Scissors, 2, I could have done Ramen, but we could have been just as unlucky rolling things, so I guess we find out. Painting and Vigil, we can't take ending A either, so... I mean, well, yeah, we can, actually. But we might not even survive Recluse here. Actually, I shouldn't have taken Recluse at all, but... Vigil probably would have died just because I didn't have enough reason. Same thing for Painting, so either way, I'm taking at least 3 reason damage. Probably should have rested at the end of Ramen, but... Oh, I didn't take the doll. Oh, I'm just blundering all. This is actually worse than the other one, but I say you're delirious so that you heal reason at all. Otherwise, you might have to send, well, Reiko, but I don't think that's going to save me. So, I think we die here, pretty much guaranteed. There's nothing out. There's no way out. The events. We're going to do a salty run back, by the way, so we have to try for a dodge. I don't even know if I get that. I do, but gotta do our best. I should actually trade off some stamina, but doesn't matter anyway unless I get to the end, so we're hoping on dodges, and it didn't happen. So, on to the next run. Basically, my first recording that you're not going to see was a task run, which is very interesting, but at Scars, character exclusive random items, so... I mean, I think I would like it to be character specific, because on an all-perk run, you can use a weapon with Mizuki much more comfortably, because you can roll things like Adrenaline, Core Strength, Fast Swimmer, Zeal, heck, even Running Shoes and Discipline if you want some support. But what did I say? What was I just on? Scars? Yeah, Scars. Random item stats, characters exclusive, Ath, and Ath being the easier god, but for Mizuki, it's, you know, it makes things easier for Mizuki, but it makes things easier for every other character just as much. So, Strength, second Knowledge, Takashi-san, definitely, and then maybe a Charisma check, but that's just the cherry on top. It's a lot of stamina damage we're taking. So, Hardware Shot we go, hopefully something comes out. We rolled 33% twice, assuming it's 33%. Just explaining that quickly while I'm autopiloting here. 33%, there are 3 outcomes to that thing cupboard, so There's a 1 in 3 chance of getting nothing, and I got nothing twice. So if we assume that it's indeed 1 out of 3 to get a nothing, an empty bottle, or library notes. Vigil, Ramen, Teacher, Coma, and Botanist. That's a gaggle full of giggles. We'll do Teacher third. We'll probably take... Well, we'll see what we take third. I actually just forgot my mysteries. I'm not trying to stall. So, we are actually going to do the OG pre 1.0 and do funds twice. We got flashbacks, and then we get that. Not so bad. We don't need to prepare, so that actually still saves us doom. But this is quite bad. So, we're going to actually reroll here. 5 damage, though, but we still can't prep attack, which is what we actually need. In fact, I think we need 6 strength. 77 minus 18, right? Yeah. So, roll on luck, hopefully get some cool stuff done, and off we go. We got Hermit, too, so that actually does help us if we have enough reason at the end of the run. But, for the moment, roll on 75%, because I think, yeah, in the first recording, the only other noteworthy thing that happened in-game was that I kept failing 75%. It was 50-50 on 75%, but I no longer have the... Well, I have the video to prove it, but I don't have any audio that goes with the video to prove it, so... Maybe Jordan put something on stream, not likely though, but I'll keep it in the wings in case we want to see exhibits A and B and C, D. There are a lot of exhibits. I think there were 4 bad encounters in the last recording. But we're in this one now, and we're not fighting a lot of things. Well, never mind. Infested Girls are second encounter, if it matters. Can I just do this? I don't know if she takes bonus damage. If she does, this will be good. If not, well, all I've done is hurt myself. But either way, we're out in 2 turns. Because we have 3 stamina. Anyway, are we just going to die again? I really hope I don't die again. I have regeneration, never mind. But, 7 charisma, doesn't matter. Rolled an 11, plus 2 modifier. Max threat level forest, eh? Alright, 3 doom for 4 stamina. That's not bad, actually, considering you can rest for 3 doom for 2 stamina, 2 reason. So basically, I get to rest anytime I want, save for reason. Basically. But reason is usually what I'm scared of, so that's why, in my mind, regeneration is a little not as great, but hey. That does help, however. Mizuki gets stabbed, but that's big RNG. I would have to get Hermit, and then I have to get that event. Unless I have, like, Botanist footage and Festival, in fact, I think that's been the first time that's happened in, like, 200 videos and streams put together. Like, if someone can find that, I mean, I don't know, maybe you get one cool request. But if anyone can point out another moment that happened in the past 200 videos and streams, dating back from this moment, then let me know. And you are free to give me a challenge run. No promises that I'll be able to complete it successfully and survive, but I'll do it. You know, I'll reward loyal viewers. Loyalty happens to be a pretty cool thing. Except when it's blind. But anywho, Vigil, yeah, Vigil, Ramen, Teacher, Coma. I could take Vigil now. 7 stamina, 7 reason, though. Do I believe in myself? I guess I might as well. We haven't even leveled up yet. That's not great. Fame would actually help out a lot. I think that would allow me to prep attack, but I don't remember Mizuki things, so I guess we'll find out. If we get Fame, we'll find out if we can prep attack with a 77 speed item, weapon. Otherwise, here we are, just swinging madly at a glitched magician for 2 doom. Although we are in Scar, so we're taking less damage. I do appreciate that. Unfortunately, that Hasty A turned into some pretty not cool things. I mean, it's max stamina, not so bad, but I'm just gonna do this. No reason to drag this out any further. Further and further. So the grammar there is farther with an A, at least in I think it's American English. Farther with an A is for distance, physical distance, specifically and solely for that. Further with a U is for any other type. So no further than this in terms of, you know, your strategy. You stop right there. You can use no farther, sure. You can say it like that, I think, but you get what I mean. And if you don't, I'll try to think of other ways. So, to use the word. Why am I blanking? I know I've used farther and further, both the words, plenty of times. I just don't remember the things. But essentially, yes. Farther and further. A for distance, physical. U for mental, you know, psychological distance, otherwise. From my understanding, anyway. If I'm wrong, please let me know. Self-proclaimed writer, by the way. You know, I haven't put out anything, so I'm not even a wannabe writer. I'm just, you know, write fan fiction here and there, and then I use writing for my video game plots. So, hey, by the way, we can do prep attack immediately. What is that because of? A 4% increase in our speed? That's pretty cool. I think we get bonus damage as well, so we just keep doing prep attack. That extra damage does add up. In a span of 2 turns, doing 4 attacks, that's... without bonus damage, I'd be doing 20 damage, and with bonus damage, I do 24, which... 24 specifically happens to be a breakpoint for a lot of normal encounters, it seems. At least for me, anyway. That's how I kind of look at encounters. If it has 24 HP, you're at the... right in the no man's land threshold of easy encounter and harder encounter, where easy is, you know, you have less HP than 24. Well, you know, 24 is kind of the normal. Let's actually open the gap a little bit. But any more than 24, and you're definitely a harder enemy, because some bosses don't even barely have more than 24 damage. 24 HP, sorry. So, we die there because Mizuki things, which we could go to the... I think, do we have the schoolyard? Well, I guess I'm going to find out. We do have a meat cleaver on us, for what it's worth. Ramen, teacher, comas. Yeah, teacher. We'll take coma last because of the reason. We do have the schoolyard, so at this point I should be able to grab at least 2 students. If I can't, I get to intimidate. But, we'll see. Nope. Like, I'm under the impression that you're not supposed to fail at all after 50% doom with the weapon, but apparently that's not the case, so if anyone actually knows the calculation, please let me know. As someone who's supposed to be experienced in World of Horror, even though that should be taken with a grain of salt. Although, I admit, like, at this point, if you watched even 10 plus of my videos and streams, maybe even just 5 plus of my videos and streams, you know, and I'll keep repeating this because it's relevant every time I say it, it's me, human error, so, yeah. Anywho, let's just gamble on this. Nope. Double fractured ribs. Not so bad still. Unless I plan to put on a demon mask, but not so bad still. Now, if I could just win one out of 2 coin flips instead of no coin flips, pretty much, that would be nice. But I don't even know why I do this to myself, knowing that I'm just gonna keep rolling at least 8 in like 75% of my events. But those who are veterans of this channel know, and then that's just guaranteed damage. I don't think, yeah, aside from regeneration, we have no other hope. I guess we'll visit the monument now. 2 stamina, it's all I have. And away I go. We're in teacher, right? Yeah, we are. I never used the police station, did I? Never mind, I died to regeneration. I think I could have forgotten regeneration. But anywho, maybe I'll do this again someday just to try and survive. Otherwise, Mizuki with the weapon. I mean, it wasn't even the fact that I was in encounters. I did my best, but it was the events that got me down. So, you decide. You, the viewer. I believe in my viewers. So, anyone and anyone else who's viewing this for the first time, here you go. I'll see you later. Thank you for watching.